Hi there, I'm Kevin Winkler. I'm going to show you how to resolve this issue with the rewind. If you're not aware of it, but there's been a slight issue with too much grease in the top of some of these units. Not all of them are having problems. I talked to a fellow yesterday that pulled one out of the box, and he drilled over 1,000 holes with that auger already this year, and he never had any problems. So chances are you may not have this problem, but if you do, what you're going to realize is in cold conditions, your rewind's not going to go all the way back in. It's not the grease up in the top of here is too stiff, and it's not allowing that spool to rewind back in there. But it's a simple and easy fix. There's 4 screws in the very top of this engine, and I make note of it right over the top of right by the muffler here. There's a short bolt. One of these 4 screws in here is shorter than the other 3. What we're going to do is just pop this cover off of here, rather than having to worry about taking the thing back in or having to run to a shop somewhere. If you can operate a screwdriver and a can of WD-40, you should be able to resolve this issue. It's a pretty simple fix, and like I said, they're very sorry down there. Definitely didn't plan for this to happen, but it's definitely an easy fix here. Them boys down there in that shop at StrikeMaster are a lot faster at this than I am. So you pull the housing off, and I'll show you real quick here. This little screw came out of by the muffler here. It's just a hair shorter than the other 3, so keep in mind when you go to put this back together. Once you have this pulled apart, you're going to want to take it into a very warm location, like inside your house or whatever. Set it next to a heat register or whatever, or just on the counter, you know, set it on a towel or something, and let it warm up really nice to room temperature. And what you're going to want to do is take your can of WD-40 and stick the little hose on there, and there's a spot down there you'll see a little metal spring, and if you stick the hose down in that and shoot a bunch of WD-40 in there, and you know, you can squirt it on the other side there. There's a little channel there too. But what you're wanting to do is get that WD-40 up underneath and by that spring, and start working that back and forth. Get that penetrating lube to try and break that grease up. The grease is too stiff, it's too much of it in there or whatever, and it'll break down that grease and make that recoil work properly. So once it's warmed up, cleaned out, you can wipe it down with a paper towel or whatever, and then just go snap it back together. Remembering that you have your shortest screw goes over the top of the muffler. And just crank them all back down. One thing that I noticed putting this together, once you get it down there just to where it starts to bottom out, so you don't over tighten it, you'll feel a little like it'll bump. I think there's like 3 little knobs in there, and you'll feel it bump. Then you know you're not over tightening it. So that's just something I noticed about it. Turn it on, push in the compression release, pump it 3 times, turn your choke on, and give it a whirl. running like a champ. So once again, sorry for any issues you had with it. I hope this fixes your problem for you. If not, like I said, call down to StrikeMaster at 763-263-8999 and they'll take care of you. Good luck and good fishing.